swore I'd block your number for good, but here you are texting me you up. I know exactly where this is, on your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I start trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Maybe one day I'll actually quit, but tonight I'm not over it. You say come closer and I give in. Yeah, here we go again. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Die for your dreams, running on fumes, trying to get by. Take what you need, love what you do, and you'll be alright. Some money, power, glitz and some glamour will make you happy. Will you be happy in the end?
Roger that.
And we are live. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Counter-Strike Confederation Season 20 Premier Playoffs. We got 3 streams up tonight. We got 1, we got 2, and you are currently watching the 3rd stream. We are going to be watching tonight's game between Red Room and High Rollers. This match determines who goes on to the semifinals, and High Rollers already starting us off with an Ancient pick.
Ancient, nice. I love Ancient. It's one of my favorite maps. Also, stream can hear me.
It is.
So you are not casting.
It is my favorite map. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Ancient has been my favorite map for some time. Believe it or not, I actually. Ooh. Now that's going to be interesting.
Let me refresh.
That is going to be very interesting. So we have the decider, but we don't have Red Room's map pick. So while we're getting that for you, one of the things I would also like to point out is that there are other games happening tonight. I'll have to check the website one more time just to confirm who is playing and where exactly. Give me like 2 seconds, maybe 3. Actually, I don't think it's here. I think it's in is it either media announcements or community announcements. It's in one of the two, somewhere. I don't know. We were trying to find out where what other games were going on tonight, but as of right now, still nothing there. There are only 2 people watching the stream, so it is what it is. I think this one's going to be a little bit more relaxed compared to the other ones. But Ancient is a lot of fun. I have loved that map ever since it came out. Even in its very broken early state, that map has always been my favorite. Before Ancient, it was Nuke. And ever since Ancient has come out, it's been my absolute favorite. I know almost all the util. It is a ton of fun. Inferno as a decider is also going to be very, very interesting if we get to that point. A lot of utility. Retakes are going to be very, very important to keep in mind there. So it's going to be all about who can think on the fly and how well.
Okay, overpass. Nuke. Anubis. I'm configuring the HUD, sorry.
All good. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal regardless. Very excited. It's been a while since I've gotten the chance to cast Premiere. I think the last cast I did was a couple of weeks ago with Hawkish on either a recruit or prospect tier game. I can't remember which one. It was a big game though, determining some of the seating. There's our profile pictures in all of their low resolution glory. Oh gosh, it's been a long time since I've actually. It's been a long time since I took that picture. I was halfway across the world when I took that.
Heck yeah.
Time sure does fly, doesn't it?
It does. So
I think I was still playing for ATL at the time.
I think that was I think that was a visual bug. So I'm gonna do us a solid, and I'm gonna show just the page on the live screen. This
Maybe a plugin. Interesting. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. You always got to have a sand map. If you're playing a Counter-Strike game, you always got to have a sand map. It's a shame Overpass had to get taken out. I would have loved to see Mirage or Dust 2 go and Overpass stay. Minus Dust 2, minus Mirage, plus Vertigo, plus Overpass. And then every single map has its own unique personality and like flavor. And like, you know, you're not just staring at sand 3 out of 7 times. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I need to. Almost forgot to do one more thing. Do we want to cut to a break while people load in?
I don't know. It's up to you, really. I mean, we got 4 people watching the stream, so I don't know if they want to just hang out. Like I said, this one's probably going to be a little bit more relaxed than the other 2 streams that are probably pulling a majority of the traffic right now. I think the A stream is up to like 30 viewers now, isn't it? Well, let me look. And they are up to 19 currently. Up to 19. And they are currently on a break. So that's going to be the UPS versus ATL game. B stream is covering AVI versus, looks like, the Walling Wizards, looks like. Or I think that's them. I don't know. A lot of new franchises around this part of town.
1D Wizards. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, not much going on. We're pretty much just exclusively looking at the left side of the bracket, and then we got the one game that we're not covering here in the quarterfinals, which I'm still trying to look for, and I still can't find it. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe I need to just open up my browser and just go to the website at this point. There it is. Playoff bracket for Premiere. It's loading. Yep, so it's going to be NAN versus HG to round out our quarterfinals. That's the only game we're not covering.
They rescheduled.
Oh, they did. Okay,
yeah,
so
they rescheduled.
we will hopefully be able to cover that.
I think it's the 17th, which is Friday.
Oof.
Yeah.
Won't be able to make that game, but we'll surely be able to watch it. That's going to be a good bit of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Man. Everybody's played very, very. I'm very surprised. It is interesting. The Wandig Wizards only qualified by about 12. No, excuse me. That's 16 rounds. A 16 round differential is what got them into the playoffs. Which is just, unless it was like a head-to-head tiebreaker. That's what I'm seeing right here, because ATL has a much lower round differential, and they still get in, so I imagine there's probably some head-to-head tiebreakers right there. It's a shame for Pact of Embers guys. I'm sure they were really looking forward to playing, but, you know, sometimes it just doesn't shake out that way. But when you got AVI and UPS absolutely dominating as per usual, it's hard to find any other result.
I don't think I've watched Premiere that much this season. But I always love Premiere anyway, just because like they're the highest tier. A lot of these guys play like main advanced ESEA games, so it's really cool to see them play. Especially as a low level recruit player, like I look up to a lot of these guys. Like they hit their shots. Teach me.
It's true. It's true. It's true. You know, there was a long, long time ago, back in the yonder years of, I think Comrade Sniper is still on UPS, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a long, long time ago where he and I used to play 10-mans together. I don't know if he remembers, but I certainly do. Back in season 7, when I was still a civilian, still in high school, and absolutely pugging it out with that guy and Superman. Those dudes were really, really chill. I don't think Superman plays anymore. I think he's moved on to Deadlock from what I last recall. But yeah, it's always good to see these guys. Like seeing an old friend you haven't seen in a while.
Deadlock is such a fun game. I don't understand it, but I've played it a little bit. It's really fun.
It's like a third-person MOBA. I've just never really been that big into like the hero shooter / MOBA market. I'm sorry, I just never have. So Deadlock never really appealed to me, but I'm glad other people like it.
It's fun. It's fun. We've got 10 in server, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Just waiting for them to ready up, and then we'll be on our way.
Sounds good to me. Looking forward to it. I can already hear a lot of the game audio, so it seems like the warm-up is going well, all things considered.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe this one goes into triple overtime, and then we get all the viewers at the end of the night.
Maybe. I always love overtime games. They're so fun. Oh, we're getting.
They are there, especially with stakes like these.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. By phase, pistol round is upon us between High Rollers and Red Room. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. The whole season comes down to this, and it all starts with this round. Looks like we're going to see a 4 mid. Just a spread out default here from Red Room. Waiting for contact. Window control still maintained. Minute 38. Jebediah peeking mid, sees one. Does not take the shot. Now adjusts his crosshair. Waiting for the close peek. Nothing yet. He does get taken down. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3. Acurio and Soma both hit the deck, as well as Jebediah and Section. So now left in a 3v3 with mid control. Big decision for Red Room to make here. They're going to like to push into camera. The bomb goes in by himself. Quick hits the floor. And it is going to be a quick Red Room round win. Everybody finds a kill. And that is going to put them on 1-0. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, taking mid control is such an important part, especially getting the CTs off of window control to free up the canals play. That is such a huge part of that map, so it's a good job to get the CTs adjusted to how that fight is going to go. I think that's a great round from Red Room there. Oh, gosh. Ooh, big nade. Oh, he's pushing the smoke. Capital has no idea. Jebediah is going to get aggressive now. Tries to one-way the smoke. Back his turn to each other. Back to back. He has the bomb. And how about that? He does get turned on. Jebediah, or excuse me, that's Capital. Capital does make the play. Awareness 100 as Okuru finds another, and now it's going to be Hamster all alone. in a main, and that is going to be a quick cleanup round for Red Room, only losing one gun as Capital finds yet another kill to put his team up 2. Again, I don't mind how passive Red Room are playing right now. They know they have the advantage. They know this is a very well, not a super T-sided map, but they know that it is still T-sided. And with them having the economic advantage, not wanting to lose any guns, I get it. Plan to not lose. It's definitely a sound strategy at this point in the game. Minute 48 now. Big Molly blocks off the E-Box player. You know, they call that connector here in Europe. Had no idea until I learned that. I learned that today from a bunch of Ukrainians I was playing with. It was great. Minute 34, Hamster backs off window at the wrong time. Capital gets underneath him and will slip by into E-Box undetected. This is going to set up a really nice B play if they can make it happen. Sharp sees one. Former Aviary player. He was Aviary for a long time before coming over to High Rollers. He's been a hit ever since. Jebediah and Capital about to exchange this fight, and Capital takes his head off, elects to dip back. Now it's going to leave Sharp alone. He will find one. It's Quack down. Capital entries out, low on health. Sharp has himself another before he's quickly traded out. Hamster with no E. Nothing doing. 52 seconds, they're still just barely hanging on to the B site, but the flank does come through. It is Akurio again with perfectly timed kills to put Red Room in the advantage, and now it's section 1 versus 3. Not looking likely. Bomb will go down with about 35 seconds to spare. HE in the smoke. It'll fade anyway, and he is left in an impossible situation. He's got to fully clear this. He will fully clear it, but it is not going to matter. Finding the kill quick is Aruru. So it's Aruru and Akurio. That is 2 very similar looking names. I'm sure I'm going to butcher it. I'm definitely going to butcher it several times tonight for sure. Yeah, I thought it was the same guy. Yeah, I thought it was the same guy. Oh my gosh, that's confusing. It's also rough not having kill feed. Not having kill feed is really rough because you just get so used to having it. Oh, I see. I thought that was intentional. Meanwhile, Hamster goes down, Quack down to 2 HP elsewhere. With a minute 27, mid-control not gained yet. Jebediah Kerman fighting back something fierce. 5-7 to the head of Akurio. Quack answers back. 3 versus 4 now. Capital is going to find section elsewhere. Much better. That is nice. And with a minute 10 now, and you can see they're doubled up on stairs. They don't even need the trade. Packy is there, makes the play, and Capital hits the ground out of this round. 2 versus 3. Quack on very low HP, just going to watch the B main push. If you're high rollers here, you might just take these weapons and run off. No need to risk them any further. Bomb's still going down about half the time off of it. Yeah, they are just going to save. Both going stairs. That is going to be the end of the round. Red Room off to a hot start here on their map pick of Anubis. Depends on if he's going to get away from the bomb. He should. But this update has been kind of weird. He does get away alive. Soma takes damage down in deep canals, almost stairs. That's kind of insane. Ooh. It's hard to, it's not very intuitive at first to know where you actually can go to be fine, because a lot of it does depend on if you're behind something solid or not. But it is also a radius at the same time. Like, for example, you can't just go behind the wall on Dust 2 in window and be fine. So you do have to be a certain distance away. It's just not immediately intuitive to what that distance is because it's so different from what we're used to. But with a minute 43 left to go, Jebediah watching mid. No smoke. Bold move here from High Rollers, and they're going to have to get bold. Already down 4 on a map like this. This could turn into a slippery slope quickly. Quack! Lightning fast takes down section. And that is the A site almost completely undefended. Hamster is going to have to try and find his way to at least a double kill. Bomb's still top stairs, so they're not going to commit yet. But it does leave the question of how do high rollers plug the gaps? Oh, that's going to make things more difficult. Akurio takes down Jebediah elsewhere. Molly behind sight. Make sure that he can only be camera or heaven. Just over a minute left to go now. Akurio, paranoid of the E-Box presence, and his suspicions are not unfounded. There is, in fact, a player there. But he is going to fall back, and now as he jumps, Sharp swings. You could not have timed that any better. They begin moving onto the A site. Bomb is going to go down on site, and now two players dive into A main while we figure out the post plants. It's Sharp. Muffs the first flash. First, second one is good. Capital dodges and makes quick work of him. Finds the quick headshot. Packy finds two, and Hamster's got one as well. It's all on Soma in a 1 versus 4 to try and keep his team undefeated in this map. Finds the first. Hamster goes down. Now the Molly in heaven. He's got to swing, and he's got to be ready for big box. Soma knows he just has to play top. Great timing is going to allow him to find the clutch 1 versus 2, and Red Room go up to 5. That's a pretty good round. Pretty good round. Looked like High Rollers had it there, especially after Packy's double kill in A main. Absolutely picked him apart, but unfortunately just not able to capitalize. That's the thing about those 1vx situations. You got to play together and you got to be aggressive for the trades. It can be so hard to convince yourself to be aggressive when, you know, in your head you're like, there's 3 of us. We just have to make him come to us. But that's exactly how you give him 3 1v1s. And it's exactly what happened there. Minute 42 now as the opening rollouts come in. Things are going to quiet down, but for the most part, Canal's control does belong to Red Room. Waiting on this stairs smoke to fade is Soma. And now he's going to swing stairs. Nothing yet. Still paranoid window. Molly comes in. Does not take advantage. Instead, the flash comes out. Sharp peaks. Nothing spotted. Oh, Hamster, this is devious with the pistols. This is devious, but Jebediah is not expecting Akurio to be right here. Pop flash, ineffective. But that smoke's going to fade any second, and Akurio is going to have him. Catch him right off guard. Hamster finds one with a 5-7, and he'll find the second as well. Hamster going absolutely insane here in mid. 50 seconds left. And he is going to secure himself a rifle, and his team a chance. And Soma rips it out of his hands. With a force of 1,000 suns, Sharp finds Quack elsewhere while Capital takes down Section. And it is going to be a 2 versus 2. High Rollers have to get some momentum going. They had a good start. Hamster put them in a good position, but with 30 seconds now, going back to get the bomb. Going to try and pinch B. Oh, High Rollers thinks it's A. High Rollers thinks it's A. There's a kit down there as well. So Sharp could grab that, but I don't think he's going to. Sharp paranoid of B, and it's the right decision. Now they're speed clearing sight. 10 seconds to get the bomb down, and nobody is together. They're going to need the retake of a lifetime. Smoke and flash on Packy. Flash on Sharp. This fight determines it all. Soma with his back turned. Sharp stabs him in the back. And now it's Capital to take down Packy elsewhere. He knows Temple. He has the information. They both have nearly full HP. Sharp has to be patient. Swings! And he's going to find the shot. Sharp with a great clutch. And that is going to give High Rollers their first round. They nearly got fooled right there. It nearly happened. It almost got fooled. That was bad. I saw them both headed to A, and I was like, uh-oh. With Soma, just unfortunate timing, had the back turned as he was peeking that little crook area. I don't know what that's called. I've always just called it. Everybody just calls it CT, but I feel like needs to be terminology for that. We'll call it upper and lower for now. Big window molly and nade. Utility rings out. Packy finds Aruru, and no impact in this round. 5 versus 4. Immediately hit the deck. He was able to get 59 damage onto Packy. We'll see if it comes into effect later. Meanwhile, Hamster still hanging on to mid control, just barely. They've lost bottom mid. That house smoke does complicate things. He knows they're trying to take mid now. He's coming this to his team, and they're trying to set up to, at the very least, keep their hands on mid. Camera player rotates. It's Jebediah. Or excuse me, that's Section. No, that is Jebediah. With 58. Ooh, the trade. Okay. Interesting trade offer there. Feels like Quack is just worse off now that he has nothing but a Galil, but Section pressed up pool. They expect him here. He finds one, not two. Quack is quick to trade him out, but Section has his impact in the round. Now everybody is rotating. They know that it's coming A. 40 seconds left. Lots of time to play here if you're Red Room, but they don't need the time. They have the positioning, and the foot is on the gas. Bomb is going down as Quack is quick to take down Jebediah. Quack finds another. It's Hamster, and that may very well set this round in stone. This kill in water is going to... Oh, my goodness. Quack is absolutely insane. He drops Packy, and now it's Sharp to try and clutch it. 1 versus 3. Finds a little bit of damage, but it's not much compared to what this round is going to do for Red Room. Because look at the money. It is not looking good for High Rollers again as Sharp moves to save. They are all just going to sit in water. So not able to get any exits, but able to hang on to the AK, and that is going to be important because, again, the rest of his teammates are probably going to be on SMGs here. Not a great situation that High Rollers is in currently. They are able to buy down to about 2K. Section does buy down to $900. He will have enough for a rifle next round with very minimal utility. Pushing window. Nearly goosed the spray, but Capital reels it back in. And now the flash pushing the molly. Quack full blind. And there's taken down. An unbelievable double kill from Jebediah. Corio now answers back. Can he keep his team alive? They're all counting on him. Another drop from window in Section. And now it all comes crashing down. Soma tries to pull it back. Quick headshot. HE to boot. Puts a little bit of damage on Sharp. But he is just going to run away, and rightfully so. Bomb is down on B. And it's going to be a quick 2v2. Ooh, this is disgusting from Soma. They have no idea he could possibly be here. Paranoid of Evox. Soma drops. Won't find the second. It's Sharp. Now we're at 1 versus 1. Aruru goes main. Decent decision here. Sharp has to make his way through E-Box. Has no idea where he's gone. Was last shot at towards main side. Back turn. Now moves to clear it. But Aruru, lightning fast reactions, is going to be able to find the kill and put Red Room on 7 to start this half. Yeah, it was a great round. It was a good push from High Rollers. They just unfortunately could not capitalize in the 2v2. Great play from Soma to wrap around window. They had no idea that was coming. The sudden drop was, he was going for the second. He was feeling himself. Understandable. Anybody else would have done the same thing in that situation, but probably in hindsight, wrapping back towards to link up with his teammate in the 2 versus 1 would have been the better call. But hindsight is 2020. In the moment, you're not going to tell a true Counter-Strike player that he's not swinging something because he's absolutely going to do exactly that. Minute 37 as we see the opening rollouts here. Quack in this smoke, waiting for it to fade. Now they're both going to swing out, and he gets the kill. Sharp not expecting the walk to the smoke. And that could very well lead to B. Bomb site falling, finds one, tries to find a second. Capital hit for 1, but no more. Section finds a kill elsewhere. Now Hamster takes down Capital. 3 versus 2. This looks very winnable for High Rollers. Now the smoke in mid. Aruru stays on it. Paranoid E-Box. Nothing yet. Still Bomb on his back here. They have full mid control with all of the CTs backed into corners. They're playing very, very passively. Keep an eye on Hamster, though. This is a very, very good angle. If a Corio decides he wants to push into Temple here, this is a very, very difficult thing to be prepared for. With 37 seconds, Aruru is going to try and drop. That drop does make noise. I believe Jebediah has heard him. And you can see both of the other CTs are getting very antsy. Now that they know at least one B main. They want to move, they want to rotate, but they have to stay disciplined. 3 versus 2. Very winnable. Oh, Akurio's not going to expect it, and Hamster comes off the ankle at the absolute wrong time. Akurio finds the kill, now 2 versus 2, and now Aruru finds the 1A box. Jebediah had to hang on, and he couldn't do it. Falls at the last second. Bomb goes down in section to try and win it, and he won't get there. Aruru slams him down into the bricks, and that is going to put Red Room on 8. Wow. Decides the round. Jebediah's alone on the bomb site, 2 versus 1. All they have to do is push to clear him out. At best, he gets 1 there. That was such an impactful moment in that round. All he had to do was be a little bit more patient. But he thought for sure they'd both be together. And that was his mistake. Now more util to open up this round. A self-flash. Very interesting. Jumping right-click there. Minute 34, aggression in A main. Ready for 1, ready for 2, not quite. Section gets the trade, falls back. That HE would have killed him if he stayed. So now 4 versus 4 as these rounds begin to heat up. Spamming through the door is Jebediah. That is a great kill on his part, and that is going to equalize things for his team. 3 versus 4. We've seen high rollers in these situations before. Can they capitalize? Can they try and find 4 here in order to make this half somewhat doable for the T side? Minute left to go. Jebediah getting... Ooh, he's going to re-aggress up mid. Does he push up? He looks like he wants to. He is going to try and clear house. He sees the gun. Soma turns around, but it's not fast enough. The Sixth Sense activated, but not quite at the right time. Jebediah finds his second in the round. And now moves back over to A. A correct read. First man is Camera. It's Section. Now he gets lit up down to 24 HP. Capital is there. Smoke comes in. It's too high. Section can peek in front of this. He might. 30 seconds. Gonna swing off Jebediah's contact, but Aruru is there. Now 2 versus 2. This is beautifully executed from them. That camp smoke is gonna make things more difficult. The nade comes in. Sharp. An absolutely beautiful toss. And that is gonna make it a 2 versus 1. Aruru. Things slow down. They're going to slow walk. This smoke jumping out is Packy, now going loud. They're going to like to just try and trade one another. Finds the first, can't dive back into cover. Sharp is there, gets the trade. And that is going to put high rollers on 2. Hanging on to mid-control was a huge part of that round. You could see the way Jebediah was able to find one and then find that second one there, just completely taking their mid-control out of the round, forcing them to come main. Yes, they both get the kills, but now they're in a 2 versus 2, and things become much more difficult from there. At that point, it's just a retake where you stay together. That's exactly what happened. Gets 1, not 2, and that is going to put high... Oh, it's an interesting insta-smoke. Let's see where this lands. It's going to land stairs. Another smoke in mid, more mollies and nades exchanged. Flashing, and oh, lots of damage onto the pistols of Red Room. Jebediah finds 2. Hamster finds 1. Quack quick to answer with the AK. Now as things fall apart in mid, Packy's going to start pushing here. Or excuse me, that's Jebediah. He's going to start pushing, and Section finds Quack to end that eco round. So, high rollers off to a decent start. You know, it's not exactly the CT side they wanted, but they're looking to get 1 more before they close out this half, try and make things doable with a 1 pistol round on T side. Obviously, you're still coming from behind, but it's definitely a lot more manageable at 6-8 than it is at 3-9. And Packy's going to find Quack to start the round. That's a good start for him. Ruggs Molly is going to be a little late. Nobody there. Ooh, wait a second. Capital gets ahead of it. He was in the right time, or he's in the right place, but just at the wrong time. Nading the smoke, won't see anything as they like to fall off B main. 2 Galils, 2 AKs against 5 rifles on the CT side. More flashes, more smokes. Trying to reestablish this mid control. Minute 4 now. Still pushing in. Aruru going to entry in mid here. Won't find any resistance there. Just going to like to let him have it and try and stack the sights. Playing off of the contact is Jebediah. This is very smart. They're going to see him in heaven. They're going to be tunnel vision. And Jebediah is going to swing once he takes contact. That is a beautiful play. Hamster in section. Clean up. Remove heads from bodies. And Jebediah finds the final kill of the half to make it 8-4. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. It was 7-1 at one point. They finished strong in that half, winning 3 in a row. But now the question becomes, how do we capitalize on this on the T side? We have the momentum. We have to maintain it. Winning this round is very, very important for high rollers. We'll see if they bust out any special strategies here. It's playoffs time. There's no better time for it than here. I'm going through. Oh, this is interesting. Pushing mid. And none of the CTs are going to fight to have it. This is interesting. There's a good chance they've seen this on film. Muff's temple smoke. Nobody's going to peek in front of it, but the paranoia is going to be there. And now they fall back into main. They hear them pushing A, and now everybody begins to set up for the 5v5 retake. We'll see how it goes. Capital. He's going Captain Rex mode with Soma. Now fights in top mid. Jebediah finds Quack. Capital swinging out, trying to find one. He does. Soma finds another elsewhere, and now they're starting to pick them apart. Capital finds another. Packy answers back, but it may be too little, too late. 3 versus 2, and they know they're both deep. Sharp finds one. Capital, a quick one-tap, now has to reload. It's the longest reload animation in the game. He manages to finish it up. Can't find it. It's Packy, 1 versus 1. He gets him off the bomb. Packy's going to hold it together, and he's forced to retreat. Packy knows he's won the round. A great start for high rollers, and he is going to get away with his life, too. Outstanding play from Packy right there. As they say, so the prophecy says. We'll see how true that rings out. You see the opening rollouts again here. I'm very interested to see how the utility differs from side to side. Red Room was using a lot of their utility tech early. So walking the smoke, that is a bold move. And they're rewarded with 1 kill, but in exchange for 2. Not exactly a fair trade as Hamster finds another one through the smoke. It's Aruru, and now pushing B main, trying to capitalize on Sharp being alone. Are they going to be able to do it? No, they're not. Sharp tears them up and sets them down. And that is going to be another quick round. And as I said, 8-6, a lot more manageable than 9-3. Did a very, very good job at the end of the CT side, and they've got a very good start to their T side as well. High rollers could very well take their map pick off of them. Also, up in the top left at the start of the rounds, I believe that graphic is bugged. It says that Red Room picked Inferno, and it's actually the decider. Yeah, it's the decider. Swinging out on A. Here we go. Big time rush. Let's see if it pays off. Don't hesitate. You can't do that when you go big time. Minute 28. And he does go, and he's going to fall down. Hamster now takes down Akurio, and Packy will drop Soma. So now 1 versus 2. Capital with it all to do. 1-man Khalil, 1-man AK. Both backs turned, not expecting the cams play. Now Hamster flicks back around. It's not going to be enough. Finds one with the A1S. Packy is low. Can he get there? That nade is going to do wonders in terms of damage. No, it won't, but it won't matter. It forces him out of position. He doesn't have time to counter-strafe. Picks up the kit and the AK. Now trying to find the bomb. He does so successfully, and Capital, with 23 HP to spare, stops the big-time rush. Yes, it was. Yeah. It was a reference. Yeah, no, it was a TV show centered around a boy band. I had a girlfriend in high school who really liked that show, and I think of it occasionally. But that was a long time ago. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's when it came back on Nick at Night. I think is when it came on. And that was ages ago. Opening rollouts again. Capital getting aggressive in E-Box. Tries to hit the B-Hop, unsuccessful. Did he nade this smoke? Ooh, he wants to. He might get a kill off this. We'll see. Does not see one standing there, but Akurio's going to find him in the window. Akurio's got two, thanks to a flash from Aruru. And that puts Red Room back on the path to dominance. They let High Rollers get 5 in a row. And so, we'll see how things play out from here. High Rollers on the back foot. How do they respond? The gap, only 3 rounds. So they can afford to drop maybe one more if they want to have a hope of winning this map. But with the economy and the situation that it's in, that's an insane AK, by the way. That's a default AK with a bunch of golds on it. That's nuts. Packy and Sharp still trying to find out what they want to do here. Waiting for over-aggression, waiting for overextension from Red Room. They're not going to find it. It seems very disciplined. Smoke Red Room could fade at the wrong time, but they're not going to be in position for it. 50 seconds now. 3 versus 2 on this bomb site. Nobody's in position to fast rotate. The Molly gets muffed. So Big Box is still open here. Now Sight gets mollied. Akurio's forced to run away. Won't get there. Packy finds one. It's Sharp. Hamster finds the second. It's Aruru. So now, after the kills ring out, it's going to be a 2 versus 3. The nade's going to do a lot of damage. That's the bomb. The bomb is down. And then it's going to make a quick round. Red Room, without even setting eyes on the bomb carrier, take them all down to put themselves on 10. We'll see the opening rollouts again. That utility usage there from High Rollers was really good. He was able to force, I think it was a Ruru into a spot where he just did not have a chance to fight back, and they're going to try and do it again. Already out on A. Akurio finds one. Sharp finds the second. Now they're trying to find it. Section finds one with a P250. This round just got a whole lot more doable. Soma equalizes. Jebediah goes down, but he's got a rifle. Quack, Capital, Soma, all have rifles. Quack finds Packy, and now Quack trying to find another, trying to shut down this play. He does so successfully. Sharp burns alive. He finds Capital, but at the cost of his own life, and that is going to give Red Room 11. And if you're High Rollers, you got to take a time out here. You got to figure out something special that you pull out in order to try and make this work. I swear I'm not bored. I swear I'm not bored. It's just 4 o'clock in the morning. Minute 45 left to go. Jebediah Kerman now. Which is a great Kerbal Space Program reference, if you didn't know. It's one of the names of one of the first pilots you get. That guy's freaking swag. Well, the minute 30 now. Things slow down. Lots of utility usage here on the B site. High Rollers have been very easy to read so far. So far, they've all been playing together. They haven't really defaulted, mostly because it hasn't been working. Speaking of working, Soma hits the ground. It's Packy on the kill. And now they're going to walk through this smoke. They're going to try and take the site, and they do so successfully. And they take them all down. Section and Sharp finding kills. And that is going to put Akurio and Aruru into a very quick save. It looks like they're going to try and go for exits. But we'll see how that goes. Going for this exit. It's Ikurio. Finds the dink, finds the kill. Section goes down. Aruru finds another. Could potentially find Packy as well, but elects to fall back and just keep himself alive. Definitely the right move. High Rollers losing a lot of guns there. Keeps their economy in check. Not a lot of utils going to be available to them going into this round. Minute 48 as we see the opening rollouts here. Ooh, quick E-box aggression. I like it. Swinging out and finding the kill is Sharp. The gap now down to 4 rounds as Quack answers back. And Ikurio finds Section elsewhere. Now 4 versus 3. That Molly burns one. Now the info is there. The nade into the same spot's going to do massive damage. Sharp down to 50 HP. And now that Molly's going to force Quack out of position. Tags him for 4. Re-smoking B main. They've played this perfectly so far. There's still a lot of time left. Aruru falling back through Temple. He could walk right into Jebediah's crosshair, and I think he might. He's paranoid. He knows they could be up. Quack and Sharp now on the verge. Jebediah finds Aruru. Now the aggression comes through as a result. Sharp finds 1, not 2. Jebediah dips back out through window. Soma's heard this. He knows that he's on approach. He knows they're committing B. 2 versus 2. Now just waiting for his teammate to get there. Sees the shoulder. Angle dominance. Proves superior. Jebediah drops him. And now in the 1 versus 2, Ikurio. A lot riding on this round. Look at the money. Look at the loss bonus. You tell me who needs to win this round more. Spoiler alert, it's both teams. They both need it just as bad. And Ikurio's got to try and do it all by himself. He knows the 1 is Pillar. He knows that he has it left. Now swinging E-box finds the first. Still paranoid Pillar. Hamster gets it by the skin of his teeth. And High Rollers close the gap to 3 again. Still a very fragile economy for High Rollers here. If Red Room manages to get themselves this round through some sheer stroke of luck, look at the money. Look at the loss bonus. High Rollers will be forced into a force round with very little utility and very non-optimal guns on match point. This round, very, very important not to give it away for free. Ikurio pushing up A main. Sharp may not expect this. Now the gunshots get exchanged. Misses from everyone. Hamster gets tagged down for 7. The nade. Muffed. Sharp now sends the flash. That's muffed as well. Blinds his teammate. Just overall, not a great day for Sharp and nade so far. Now trying to find the kill he does. Packy just barely hangs on. And that is going to put Soma in the dirt. 5 versus 4. Do they just elect to go B? Or do they elect to go A? These sites aren't stacked. There's 2 on each. Neither of these is particularly the right call. Swinging, finding 1. He's dinked, and Section finds the 2nd as well. That is great shooting from him. And that might secure this round for his team. A miracle could still happen, but it's definitely not as likely. As this Temple smoke begins to fade, Capital is going to be left in an impossible situation. Packy is low. So a dink does kill him. Sharp finds Quack elsewhere, so it is going to be all on Capital. And that was almost very bad. Running to get the gun is Capital. A smart move on his part. Now the flash gets there. 1 blind, not 2. Sharp secures it. And that is going to be a very, very, very nice round for them. So that closes the gap to 2. And Red Room are going to be on a full buy once again. So we'll go back here and see how this one all shakes out. A lot of time left in this match, but more importantly, a lot of time left in this round. A very crucial one here, too. Not on a great buy, Red Room, but they have enough tools to make it work, especially with how they've been playing tonight. But with High Rollers getting more and more confident on this T side, they could very well steal Red Room's map pick away from them. Minute 15 now. Ruru setting up for this pop flash mid. Now elects to hold off. Nobody's given anything away yet. Still 5v5 swinging mid. Hamster while blind. That is an incredible shot from him. Bomb on his back does not matter. The extra weight is simply insignificant. 52 seconds now. Capital finds another in response. And now 4v4 going on to this A side. Is Section not ready for the pillar swing? That's twice that somebody's died like that. And now pushing back towards B. Ooh, Hamster could get caught right here. But he is able to cross stairs before they get there. So now the bomb has to go all the way to B. Not a lot of time left, but Packy comes through with a double kill. That is unbelievable. He gets it in Temple. And now the B site is open. Smoke E-Box stops any attempt to get onto the bomb site. And that nade is going to work wonders as well. The bomb now going down. And all Akurio and Aruru can do is sit and wait. Nading the smoke. Aruru is there. Paranoid of aggression, not ready. Akurio aiming at that hole. I bet you there's a 5-man boost that gets you up there. Sorry, that was a really random thought. Half the time off the bomb. And they are just going to like to turn this into a save. So high rollers bring it within 1. And just like that, we've got ourselves a ball game. Remember, this game was 7-1 at one point. This game was 7-1. That is unbelievable how many rounds they've been able to win. Hey, it ain't over yet. Both teams are on double digits, but we'll see if this one goes to overtime or not. I'd predict yes, because I think overtime would be fun. And I like to have fun, personally. We'll see how it goes, though. I don't know. It depends on how much time you got. It's already 4:20. You know, we could be here till 7 o'clock. Who knows? Ooh-wee. Nothing like a little bit of late night Counter-Strike pushing up on B site. Jump spotting is Aruru. It costs him half his health. Now we know the one is mid, which is information they probably would have had otherwise. Jebediah getting swarmed. B main won't even flash. It's almost there. 5-7 tries to find the second. Not there. Packy trades him out. 4 versus 4 and a gun in the hands of Red Room. Their buy was already awkward going into this round, but that might have just equalized things. Capital still on a 5-7, but it's looking a whole lot more doable for him now. Paranoid of A main push, not exactly unfounded. It's been a pretty consistent pattern from Red Room CT side so far. And now things slow down again. Everybody just kind of wants to feel this round out. It's a little bit late in the game to be doing that, but I mean, can you really blame them? There's a lot on the line here. We're in the quarterfinals of CSC Season 20. Pop flash ready. Now Alex to come off it. Instead, now exiting A main. Section. Paranoid E-Box. Rightfully so. Swings finds the kill. Soma not ready. And now they are going to accelerate. That molly is going to be huge. Capital tries to swing and find something. Section is there. Makes the play. Second kill of the round. Can he find a few more? 37 seconds. The bomb is going to go down. 2 versus 4 retake. Do they even go for this, or is it going to be another save? That flash CT does work wonders in keeping the pinned. Now they both know that they're both there. With a quarter of the time off the bomb, they are just going to like to fall back and save this one. So high rollers coming back from 7-1 have tied up this first map and now stand poised to rip Red Room's map pick away from them. You think we could pull a second caster in here if the games finish before ours? Would that be legal? I don't know. I don't know who'd be willing to do that though. Depends on how the other games go, I guess. Like if you get to like 13, if you get like 2 maps, you've probably still got a good bit left in the tank. Depends on how crazy this is gonna get though. Tied up at 11, going in around 23. Whoo, I'm getting nervous. Who's gonna get on match point first? Survey says high rollers is the more likely opportunity, but Counter-Strike is a game of chance. And nobody likes to gamble more than high rollers. Minute and a half left to go. Pushed up is Soma. Do they expect him here? Akurio finds section 4 free, and now Soma finds another. Smoke is down. Is he going to try to vanish? He will. Paranoid of the aggression. Now elects to just back up. Sharp can't see over the top of this smoke. Was going to molly it. Now as he's blinded, that is going to allow Soma to get back to E-Box. Perfectly executed. 5 versus 3. Packy needs a miracle. And I highly doubt he finds it here. Instead, he is going to get out and gets back with his life. So now they know up on B that CT smoke is going to be a problem for him. But still, no map control to make anything else work. He's got to try and come over here to Pizza. Still knows that one could be E-Box. Oh, is he walking this smoke? He is going to walk this smoke. He's gotten away! Tries to get the transfer, nearly does. Capital saves the round from flipping on its head. Keeps high rollers firmly under control for the time being. Sharp swings, doesn't find the kill. Now Soma has seen the second stairs. It's bomb as well. They're going to leave, but now he's been heard. If he's walking there, he walks onto a free site, but instead, now he has to try an entry with the AWP. Absolutely not happening. Red Room stopped the stumble. They stopped the fall. They pulled the parachute at the last second. And now they sit on match point. One more round on their map pick is all they need. They can end it here and now. But if they don't, we will see overtime. Here we go. Opening util exchanged. Everybody's going to be playing this nice and slow. Already up to A main is Sharp. Quack on the boosted angle. Nobody's going to be ready for him right here. Now looks away for the flash. Won't find it. He said legs him, but Zor kills him first. That is huge. AWP out of the round. Akurio trades. Elects to hold position. Not going to get there. Hamster takes him down. There's another man already on A, ready to respond, but it's going to be him against the tidal wave. They elect not to accelerate. Jebediah finds Capital elsewhere. Now 4 versus 2. We could very well see overtime. A minute 10. So much time to play with. And so much map control as well. Beast been given up for free. Packy finds it. And it's a Ruru in a 1 versus 4. An impossible task. An incredulous mission. Temple smoke is there. He's just going to elect to wait for it to fade, but that's time he does not have. Nearly half the time off the bomb already. He's got to get moving. He's got 4 kills to find. 2 are low, 2 are full. Here we go. Can the magic flow? Not even close. Won't even get the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, in map 1 of the premier quarterfinals, we are going to OT. High rollers not going down without a fight. Man, what a great game. What a great game we are getting to bear witness to. This is absolutely fantastic. We're witnessing the best of both of these teams. But here in overtime, now the gloves are going to come off. Now they're going to start fighting each other for real. This is when it all comes to a head. Not to remind you, Red Room had a better record, but not a better round differential within the season. Both these teams fairly evenly matched, both the 4th and 5th seed. This was predicted to be a good game. Now the tech pause comes in. Unsure for the reason as of right now. We'll see if we can get it rectified within the next couple of minutes. In the meantime, things have been chaotic. I'm loving it, though. And the first round of overtime, I imagine, is going to be no different. Yeah, both of these teams fairly evenly balanced. 67% win rate through the season at 6-3 for Red Room, 5-4 for High Rollers, puts them at 56%. But the round differentials are actually pretty similar. High Rollers had a 109-95, as Red Room had a 103-98. So had a 2% better round win differential. But other than that, both of these teams very evenly balanced, and you can see it right here in the score.
Mm-hmm. I put us through the caster screen because they're on tech pause. I don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah, I was hoping. I don't know if we have a reason yet, but we'll try and get that for you as soon as we can. In the meantime,
could be a pee break.
Potentially, yeah. Also, to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that the other Premier games are on. There's another tech timeout currently going on in the UPS ATL game. They just came back. It is now on map 2. UPS winning 3-1 against ATL's T side. And then as we go down to the B channel, we've got AVI versus the One Deegs already on their second map as well. One Deegs up 3-1 T-side nuke. A great start for them. We'll see if they can keep things going here on Counter-Strike Confederation. Back to the present game. Probably is just a pee break. Probably. I don't know if you can see chat. I don't know. Do they let you see chat from the observer?
Thing? You can, but I have it turned off.
Oh, I see. Interesting. That's fair.
They're not back yet. Oh, they're back now. I'm putting us back in.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. First round of overtime. Less than 10 seconds away. Just kidding. Now it's less than 10 seconds away. Insta smoke now for A main. I actually need to learn that. That's a very good smoke. Wow. Minute 40 left to go. And now they get passive. 3 in mid, 0 on A. This is very bold from Red Room, but I like it. I like the aggression. I like the push. Now getting flashed in. They're going to see that mid is clear. They might catch one off guard. They do. Aruru finds Hamster undefended. And now Akurio has his eyes on Sharp, tries to take him down, but Packy's there, makes the play. Soma trades, now 3 versus 4. Section, still clearing out A main for personnel that are not there. Bomb on the back of Jebediah. And how much further can he get? Sharp now, bottom mid. This has been heard. So that player window, it's Soma. Knows that he's there. So much pressure riding on the shoulders of both of these teams. This first round of overtime means everything for the momentum. And there's a lot of tangible concepts in this game. One of the intangibles, one of the things that determines who wins or loses more than anything else is momentum. And we'll see who can take it here. Sharp, Paranoid, go out of the sight now. Pre-fires half wall. Correct in his assumption. Trying to go heaven, won't get there. That smoke is going to create problems. Now 30 seconds left. Bomb does go down. Swinging from cameras as Soma finds section. Now the nade going to slow him down, but it will not get the kill. Finds the kill now. Troy looks away. Capital capitalizes. And now it's Aruru to take down Jebediah. And Red Room find the first round of overtime. If they'd done that one round sooner, we wouldn't be on this map anymore. But they elected to try and do it now. So now 13-12 will be your score. And this ball game just gets more and more interesting. So as we get into the second round of this here overtime, it is important to note that Red Room have been very unorthodox on the CT side. Doing a lot of stuff. Oh no, through the wall. And Packy is very lucky to get away with his life after that. That is heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, that is heartbreaking for Quack. My goodness. An absolute duck of a round, if you will. Round meaning bullet. Minute 16 now. Section, Paranoid of A main push. Nothing there as the smoke fades. Going back pool is Akurio. This angle has worked for him twice before already. Will it work a third time? Now ready for the stairs push is Capital. Ready for Sharp to swing. Sees the shoulder. Will get there. Sharp. Absolutely insane. Quack finds him. And we'll take him down. Going to peek B main. See nothing here. They're going to start grouping up A main. Kurio is ready and waiting. Oh, baby. Like a tiger ready to pounce. Can Akurio find them all? Sees the gunshot. Finds the first. Sees him swinging. Likes the second. Hamster's there. But Aruru cleans up. Quick double kill from him. That is going to make it 14-12. Another round comes upon us. And with... Hold on, this is a very bulky Quack. The downward flick hamster trades. Capital got a little bit aggressive there. The dink. It's not going to be enough. Sharp finds the kill. He's been so good in this part of the map, but he's out of the round now. It's Somo with a double kill. Absolutely insane plays from him. May have potentially just locked up this round. He's very low. Won't get killed right there. Section had a chance to strike down the hot hand. It won't be enough. And as a result, they have to fall back. And I think they've caught on to this. Ooh, Corio's going to swing mid, and that was his mistake. Hamster shuts him down. Quick headshot. That's going to split the bombs in half. The bomb sights in half. Temple smoke. They're going to go A. They've got it for free. 55 seconds to spare. The flash goes out. Paranoid of main. No one's there. Hamster's going to try and get the bomb down. Now coming main fast. Quack goes down. It's Section on the kill. They've heard him. They know Soma is here. He's waiting for an overextension. But his high roller's going to give it to him. There's so little time. He's got to get moving. They already know he's here. Trying to get walking. Deep in cameras is Hamster. He knows he's low, but so is Soma. Smoke on the bomb taps. And he'll get killed as he goes back cake. That is going to end the first half of overtime. 14-13 your score. Having a great game is Capital. Already 25 kills here in the first half of overtime. We'll see the slide swap back again. I remember High Roller really struggled on this CT side, and I mean really struggled, right? With them being down around going into this overtime, there's a good chance Demons go ahead and end this here and now. A lot of pressure riding on the CT side. Have they diagnosed what was wrong, and have they fixed it? Have they made the correct adjustments? We're about to find out. Big flash. CT smoke is fast. Now preparing for the B hit. Flash is coming out. Quack is blind. Packy finds the first. That's a great start. Finds the second. Does Sharp. Soma trades, but Packy's there. Now trying to find another. He knows he's out the pillar. That's the bomb as well. He knows he's been seen. Hamster's going to swing out of this E-box smoke when the right time comes. Now finding one through the wall is Jebediah. Aruru takes one down, but not before he's killed. Okurio all alone. Finds the first. Tries to transfer. Can't get it. Minute 18. So much time to play with. Jebediah is going to swing, but oh man, Section beats him to it. And that is going to give High Rollers 14. We were questioning their CT side up until this point, but so far they've silenced the doubters. Can they get two more? No, nobody's calling timeouts. They had the one tech at the start of overtime, but it's been about it. And those timeouts are really, really crucial. You got to use those, especially when you get into the stumble phase, kind of like Red Room got in that second half. Oh, walk in this smoke. No way Soma gets away with this. The flash goes in. He's going to walk this smoke, and it is going to be perfectly timed. Sharp might have seen a shoulder. He did. Takes him down. Soma out of the round. 5 versus 4. And that makes this infinitely harder for Red Room to pull off now. You know, we were saying they could find 2, but if High Rollers finds 3 in a row on CT side, that would be back-breaking at this point in the game. With 2 more maps left to play, losing your map pick, that is going to be brutal. And that is what they stand to lose. Minute left to go in the round. Bomb still stuck stairs. And nobody is giving anything away. House Flash keeps feet planted for now. Aruru swings E-box, sees nothing. 45 seconds now. They really got to get moving. It looks like they're going towards A. They want to end here. Paranoid of mid. Capital tosses something. Now pulls back out the AK. 30 seconds. Still waiting. Jebediah will be the first man to take first contact. Legs him. Section finishes him off. And now he knows where both are. Capital He's got a lot of work to do. Tries to find the damage. Won't get there. Instead, he is lit. Now Aruru pushes up onto the site. Aggression pays off, but Hamster finds a Curio in time. Section swinging. Tries to find the planner. Nothing doing. He'll get taken down. Capital's got a double kill. Hamster takes out Aruru. 1 versus 2. Here in the crux of overtime. Such a crucial round for both sides to win, and Capital has to try and do it all alone. He gets big box. I don't think they've seen him. Are they going to know that he's here? Packy's considering the possibility, but there's no way that he's ready for this. Capital's going to swing, finds them both. They're both lit, but it's not going to be kills. Now this nade tries to do work. It's not going to be close enough. Finds one, but he's sticking the defuse. He's got the Glock. He won't be fast enough. Yes, he will. An incredible play from Capital. That is unbelievable. A 4K to put High Rollers on 15. And that is absolutely devastating for Red Room. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh my God. The one time that gun is accurate, and it is when he needed it most. Oh my God. Dude, I was sweating for him, and I'm like miles away. This is crazy. Minute 45 now as we reel ourselves back in from the absolute blessing that was that play. Smokes naded, now being spammed. No damage exchanged yet, save for 1 point of damage on Capital and 8 points of damage on Packy. Now spamming the smoke in the right spot. Quack goes down to 77. No answer. This nade might be big here. It's going to pop the smoke. Now the flashes come out. Trying to take this mid control, doing a good job of it so far. Falling back are High Rollers. They got 1 in Temple, 1 in Cams. Minute 10. Still plenty of time to play with here. Flashes out, very obvious, but just wanting to get heads to turn. Does not peek off of it. And so now things slow down again. Bomb headed towards A. One more time. Quack finds Packy elsewhere. It's just him by himself. Now the smoke and flash come in. That is going to bring the Temple player. Quack finds Hamster rotating. It's just him, and they've read this correctly. They know that it's coming A. They know it's just by himself. Misses the no-scope. Oh, my goodness. Quack kicking himself in. Now he's out of the round. He has to try and watch his team bring us to a second overtime. Section goes down, and now a big play from Gemini. Makes it a 2 versus 1. It's Soma all alone in mid. He's got the 1 versus 1, but can he get it in time? 20 seconds. Everybody's holding their breath. Everyone's got their fingers crossed. He is going to get it down in time. Gemini unable to close it out. And now we've got a 1v1 to see if we see a second overtime. Jumping, trying to find it, won't get there. High Rollers have taken Red Room's map pick. I don't believe it. Absolute devastation. They were on the edge of oblivion. This game was 7-1 in Red Room's favor at one point. And High Rollers bring it all the way back, keep their heads in the game. That is incredible.
Wow. Like we said earlier, the comeback is real, bro.
Oh my goodness. Momentum. It's such a real thing. It's such a real thing, and people don't talk about it enough. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. What a game that was. What a game that was. Stellar performance from everybody in the server. Played their hearts out. They're going to go to a quick break, and we might as well go ahead and do the same. We'll bring you map 2 here in a little bit. Friendly reminder, all you watching this stream, once again, UPS versus ATL is on the A stream. They are just about midway through that second map. Currently 5-7 in favor of Upsetty Spaghetti, starting the second half now. As we go down to the B stream, we take a look at AVI versus Juan Deegs. They just finished their first half 8-4 in favor of AVI. But with that, we're going to go ahead and send you to a quick break and off to one of the other streams.